Hey family, and welcome back. I am MarshaunO out here today, and I'm here to talk to you about how to go from girlfriend or boyfriend to having that person see you as husband or wife material. I have 10 things for you to ingest, and I'm going to suggest that you start doing if you have not started doing these things already, because again, it's going to take you from one level to another level. It's going to take you from just being seen as somebody that is being there for the person to being seen on a different level as somebody that they cannot, or at least they do not want to live without. So with that being said, the very first thing that I want you to do is to, when you're in a relationship with the person, I want you to say, you know what, I am committed to this person. I am committed to this relationship. So commit to your partner, commit to your relationship, so they can start to see you as somebody that they do not want to live without. Obviously, yes, theoretically we can live without somebody, but it's somebody that you do not want to live without. So be committed to the partner, be committed to the relationship, show up and do the things that you need to do. Be who you truly are, so they can love the real you and not this person that you're putting on a facade for, or the fake face for, or anything like that. The second thing that I want you to think about and to start to do is really invest in your partner. What I mean by that is to literally be there for your partner when they need you to be there for them, to look at them in the way that you can see them being, and also express these things to him or to her. Invest in them as if they were literally your child. And what I mean by that is not to say that you're treating them like your child. No. We go hard in the paint for our children. We want them to be the best that they can be. We will try to get them the highest education. We want them to get them the best medical benefits, because we want to give them a fighting chance. And so in order for your relationship to go to that next level, you want to also invest in your partner. So if they need you to show up at a particular time, at a particular event, at a particular party, and you have something to do, if you can switch those things around, is this going to be every single time? No, but by and large, you want it to be the majority of the time. So again, they can see you as the person that is their right hand. I say right hand. Yeah. The person that is their right hand person, their go-to person, their support person, their the person that, again, they're going to look at you and say, okay, this is good. This person is always there for me in a great way, in a good way. And I love this about him. I love this about her. So invest in your partner. Number 3, be his or her shoulder that they can lean on. See, life is not always fun. Life is not always roses. We all have our ups and downs. And when there is time that there is stress, and especially in the stressful times right now, maybe one of you are handling the stress better than the other person. And so if I'm able to handle the stress better than you are, it's not to say that I'm better than you. It's just maybe this is my area where I can let you lean on me physically and mentally, even to lean on me and say, hey, I am not taking this well. I am not dealing with this well, where there's no judgment. If the person needs to cry, if they need to get that ugly cry in with you, then you are there as their support system to say, you know what, it's okay, everything is going to be okay. And then also you're going to let him or her know that they are not doing this thing alone. You are there with them physically, but then also spiritually, also mentally. You are there to hold their hand. You are there to let them lie and cry and ugly cry and scream if need be, with you right by your side, but them also leaning on you, because maybe you need to be the strong partner right now. Number 4, you want to speak life into him or her. What do I mean by speaking life into your partner? Literally speaking life into him or to her. Speaking words of affirmation, actually saying, baby, I know that you got this. You're going out there for this interview, you got it. You're going out there to give this speech, you got it. I know that you are great at what you do. You will become great. You are becoming great. So you're speaking life into your partner, speaking life into your spouse. You're letting them know that, yes, I believe in you. I trust what you're doing, even if it's not looking like, oh my God, everything is falling into place right now. It will fall into place the more that you are showing your spouse support. And the more that you actually show your spouse support, the better that they seem to do in life. And also they have a tendency to see things in a more positive light, even if things are going bad, because you guys are able to be there for one another. You're able to converse about what's actually on each other's hearts, and you're like, you know what, okay, this is not as bad as it could be, and even if it is, I am not in this thing alone. I have somebody right here by my side to do this very thing, to walk this very journey, to walk this very moment with me, even though I'm not feeling all that secure today. I have somebody here to help me through this very moments and these very insecure feelings that I am feeling currently. Number 5, you want to make your partner a priority. You also want them to make you a priority too. What does prioritizing your partner mean? It means that you guys are literally spending quality time together, and that's whatever quality time looks like for you, because everybody's relationship is different. And so maybe you literally only have 2 to 3 hours of time to be in that space to start to nurture and build your relationship. Then you really want to be physically there. Of course, you want to be present in that moment. You don't want to be thinking about the things that you need to do outside of this person. You don't want to think about the next meeting. You don't want to think about the things that you need to do with the children. You want to just have fun in that moment with your partner, with your spouse. Make them a priority. If there is something that they need you to be a part of, as I mentioned earlier, then and you can switch your schedule around, then you want to go ahead and do that, to be there for him, to be there for her, to show your support. So again, you can be elevated from just the girlfriend or just the boyfriend to being seen as the potential husband, the potential wife, because all of us want somebody that is there for us. We all want to feel heard. We all want to feel supported. We all want to feel loved. We all want to feel respected, and the list goes on and on and on. And so as much as possible, if you're prioritizing your relationship, you're prioritizing your partner, then you will automatically start to have these feelings of, okay, she got my back, he got my back, we in this together. I'm not alone. This is great. I can call you whenever I need you. You show up, you're there. If I say, hey, I got into a car accident, I can call you and be like, hey, this is what's going on. You dropping what you need to drop to come and be by my side, to show me that, you know what? Yeah, this is good. I'm glad that I chose you, and I'm glad that you chose me, and obviously you love me enough to do these things for me and to show up the way that I need you to, especially in this time when things are going on the way that they're going on. Number 6, the things that you need to do in order to make sure that you're standing out as the girlfriend slash boyfriend, where you want to elevate it to the next level, is to discuss any relationship issues or problems. Do not be a part of the crowd that sweeps things under the rugs. Do not be a part of the crowd that just doesn't deal with these things, because guess what? The times that you feel like the partner is there for you is when you are vulnerable and that person shows up for you unconditionally. When he or she is there for you, you feel supported, you feel loved, you feel heard, you feel like, okay, I don't want to live without this person. I actually want this person to be in my life for as long as possible, till that death do you part. So don't sweep the relationship issues or problems under the rug. Take care of them when they happen, because the longer that you allow them to sit there, to rest there, to start to build up all of this resentment and everything, the harder it is going to be for you to get rid of these things later on in life. And then also the relationship is going to just have many bumps that are unnecessary if you can just stop, take a moment and say, you know what, we're both mature adults, and I have something to say, and I know that he or she is going to want to listen to what I have to say, because this is how our relationship is going to deepen. This is how our connection is going to deepen. And I also want to feel heard. I also want to be understood and not misunderstood. And then you don't want your partner to start taking things the wrong way, or start to make up their own stories about why you're doing the things that you're doing. No. So take care of those issues, those problems, as much as possible as soon as they arise. Do not just allow them to build up and build up and build up and build up, and once the next thing you know it, you blow up or he blows up, and then the relationship is over because all of these little things started to compound on top of one another. They started to compound, and all of a sudden now the dam has burst and all of this stuff is coming out. But if you start to get rid of those things one by one as they happen, or as much as possible, one by one, and when they happen, then your relationship will be a lot smoother. And again, the understanding will increase of your partner, and your partner will understand you a lot better as well. The next thing, number 7, is to show love to one another the way that you both need it, not the way that you want and expect love to be shown to you. So I always talk about the 5 love languages. They're really important because this is the way that you can actually put your love in action, right? So maybe you are a person that likes to receive gifts. Well, figure out if your partner likes to receive gifts as well, instead of always just buying a gift, always supplying a gift, and that is not something that they look highly upon, right? Or if you're a person that spends quality time, that is your love language. Make sure that your partner also likes to spend quality time before you decide to say, hey, we're always together, and then they're not feeling loved, they're not feeling understood because you don't know their love language. So check out the love languages if you don't know what they are. Most people have heard of these 5 love languages. If you have not, go on Google 5 love languages. You can also do the 5 love languages quiz, so you can really figure out what yours are, and then maybe you and your partner can actually do them together so you know what they actually need, and then you can start to show love the way he or she needs it. You guys can discuss it and obviously reciprocate as well. And it's always a beauty, it's always a bonus if you guys have the same love relationship. Will all 5 of them match up, at least in the order? No, they will not. But if you can get the first 1 or 2, that would be great. But even if you cannot, the point is, as long as you know what it is, then you can actually show up and love your partner the way that he or she needs it, instead of just giving them what you think that they need, because that's really what you're asking for them to do for you. Number 8, stay away from the blame game. Yes. In order for your relationship to mature, in order for it to go to the next level, in order for you to stop just being seen as the boyfriend, to stop just being seen as the girlfriend, nobody wants to feel like they're always going to be to blame as far as how the relationship is panning out. If it's always bad, because that's usually what we're doing when we're doing the blame game, let's be real. It's usually the bad stuff that we're talking about. And so if I'm feeling like you're always blaming me for everything that goes wrong in the relationship, you're never taking accountability for your own stuff. You're never taking responsibility for how you're showing up and what you're actually saying and how you're delivering your message. But it's always my fault as the other person. That gets old real quick. But if you can step back and say, you know what? Maybe I actually seen that I thought about it, and this is what was actually happening at that time. I'm sorry that it came out that way. This is what I actually plan to do in the future, so we don't have to keep going down this road over and over again. This is how you become mature, and this is also how your relationship starts to mature. And this is where the understanding compounds and builds upon one another, because you're like, you know what? I don't want to continue to do the things that I was doing before in the relationships that was not working out. I want to be different. I want to grow. And not only do I want to grow with you. So you're saying all of this while you're staying away from the blame game. You're going in with I statements like, baby, this is the way that I'm feeling. I don't like it when you do X, but this is why I don't like it when you do X, because I feel this type of way. So you're still able to let him or her know that what they're doing to you, their behavior is not acceptable to you, but you're not blaming them that you decided to retaliate because he or she is doing X. You're saying, you know what? I don't like the way that you talk to me. I would appreciate if you talk to me like this. And the reason why I don't like for you to talk to me that way is because of this. right? So you're still able to get all of that off your chest without saying, well, you did this to me, and so I'm doing that to you. That's like childhood stuff. That's childish behavior. So if you are doing that, then just flip it around. And are you going to mess it up? Yes, you're going to mess it up, because especially if that's something that you've been doing for a long period of time, you are going to mess that up. But as long as you can catch yourself, then you'll start to have a new pattern of behavior instead of that old behavior, which is going to run the person away. It's not going to pull them closer. And so you want to be pulled closer and not further away. The next thing is, do not focus on being right. Anytime you focus on being right, you end up losing the person. And this does not happen overnight. This happens over a period of time where all of a sudden you have to be right about everything, about each and everything you have to be right about, instead of getting down to what the actual issue or problem is. You are focusing on, I'm right. I actually did a whole video on this already, and so if you have not seen that, I will definitely link that. Go and the title of that video was actually, would you rather be right or in a relationship, or right versus wrong, something like that. Being right versus being wrong, that's what it is. But in any event, I'm definitely going to link that, because I need for you to go and watch that if you are a person that's always focusing on being right versus making the relationship smooth. All right. The next thing and final thing, which is number 10, is to say sorry. Say it often. Say it as much as is needed, because anytime you decide to say, I am sorry for my behavior, I'm sorry for my actions, I'm sorry for my words, I'm sorry for whatever else, again, you are showing your maturity, not your weakness. You are strengthening the relationship, not tearing it down. You are building it up, and you're also being seen as someone that the person, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, does not want to live without. We all want this happy-go-lucky relationships, and most of us don't realize the training, the process that it actually takes to get to that level. It definitely does not happen overnight. But if you can have the skills from the beginning to put all of these things in place, and you're already starting to practice them, then you will heighten your chances and things. Listen, I don't do bugs. Anyway, we're gonna get past that, but it heightens up the chances of you being seen as the husband, as the wife, instead of somebody that is toxic, that I need to run away from, or in this case, that your girlfriend or your boyfriend needs to run away from. Now, if you need help with any of these things, then definitely go ahead and hit me on down in the description box below. Hit me on my email, MarshaunO@MarshaunOlanio.com. And also, I want to say, if you want to get more interaction with me outside of YouTube, then join my Facebook group. Actually, it's called it's called Dating to Marriage. Dating to Marriage, where we're talking about this stuff on there, but I'm also asking questions daily. I'm also asking, just putting out some memes. I'm getting your information, your input. You're able to connect with me on a deeper level outside of YouTube. So Dating to Marriage, go ahead and join my Facebook group so you can get even closer. And then also subscribe to the channel if this is your very first time here, because here I am helping you to go to the next level. Again, the Facebook group is called Dating to Marriage, because if that is your goal, then you want to get from the dating stages to the marriage stages. That is exactly what we're doing here as well. I'm trying to get you from A to B. In this case, from stop just dating to being someone's wife, to being someone's husband. If that sounds like something that you want to do, then number one, again, subscribe here. And then number two, I want you to join my Facebook group, Dating to Marriage. I love you guys, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye, y'all.